The Arabian Desert, 1,400 years ago. Buried deep beneath, gold. It'll help build a new civilization, founded on a new religion, Islam. The Mahad al-Dahab mine, worked by 1,000 slaves. Owned by al-Hajjaj al-Bihizi. From the same tribe as the Prophet Muhammad. Already a mining tycoon, soon worth his weight in gold.
Gold is an amazing metal. It's easy to work with, it doesn't tarnish, and it's so beautiful that it seems to symbolize wealth and royalty by its very existence.
All the gold ever mined comes from outer space, from a time almost 4 billion years ago, known as the Heavy Bombardment. Asteroids carrying traces of gold rained down on the Earth. $14 million times rarer than iron, all the gold ever mined would fill just 3 Olympic swimming pools. Extracting gold in 7th century Arabia is dangerous work. Tunnels propped up by simple wooden struts. With each blow, a worker can strike it rich. Or dig his own grave. Cave-in at a gold mine in the Arabian Desert. Owner al-Hajjaj al-Bihizi risks his life to save his men and his investment. This mine will produce 50 tons of gold, worth $2 billion today. A gold rush sparks a boom in trade and a new chapter for mankind. From the trading center of Mecca, a charismatic leader emerges, the Prophet Muhammad, and a new religion. In 20 years, Islam unites the warring tribes of Arabia.
It was the particular genius of the burgeoning Islamic State to use that gold to fund a massive army that was able to push beyond the Arabian Peninsula to create a new kind of empire, a distinctly Islamic empire.
From Mecca, in modern-day Saudi Arabia, Islam spreads across North Africa and into Europe, dominating lands once controlled by the Romans. A new civilization reaches into Spain and builds a new city. Cordoba. Home to a remarkable inventor, Abbas ibn Firnas. Astronomer, engineer, inventor. He's invented a water clock, a planetarium, a magnifying glass. Now he'll risk his life for a new invention. 1,000 years before the Wright brothers, he wants to fly. An extraordinary experiment in an extraordinary city. Cordoba is home to 500,000 Muslims, Christians, and Jews. In Europe's dark ages, a beacon of tolerance and learning. 37 libraries, the knowledge of mankind, much of it rescued from ancient Greece and Rome.
What one wonders about is if Islamic scientists had not played this role of nursemaid to science, how would we have gotten here? Because in the West, we had lost that with our dark ages. How would science have survived in the West if it had not been for the Islamic scholars?
Arabs take a great leap forward in astronomy, engineering, medicine. They create algebra and simplify math. With the numbers 0 to 9, still known as Arabic numerals. Ibn Firnas is fascinated by the laws of flight and has built his own flying machine.
What an extraordinary thing to try to do. This crazy guy was willing to jump off a building to improve the state of human knowledge.
By guiding these wings up and down, I will fly. If all goes well, after soaring for a time, I will return safely.
Accounts of the time report.
He attached a couple of wings to his body, and from a great height flung himself into the air. He flew a considerable distance, as if he had been a bird.
But without a tail, he can't control his descent. He'll suffer back pain for the rest of his life, but he enters the historical records, the first human to fly.
This willingness to risk life and limb for knowledge is one of the things that has really brought humans to where we are today. We wouldn't be here if people weren't constantly willing to push and experiment and really risk everything just for a hunch.